Hey stalkers, I love you. I like spinach. I like pickles. I like to eat lemons. 2 of those are true and 1's a lie. Today I decided that I was going to do the 2 truths and 1 lie video. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to do 3 rounds and I'm going to give you 2 truths and 1 lie. And then at the end of the video I'm going to give you guys some time and let you pause the video, and I'm going to get you to guess in the comments down below which one you think was a lie and which ones you think are true. And then after a short brief period of time, I will tell you guys which one was the lie. So let's get started. Round 1, Dreamland. So when I was younger, I had this reoccurring nightmare where like the purple goop monster from Goosebumps like continuously chased me around a fenced-in pool, and I couldn't get out of the fence. Like the gates and everything were locked, and I could barely run. Like I struggled to run. It was that dreaming thing where you just could not run, and it was just a constant thing, just constantly running around and around and around and around this rectangular pool, and this goosebump monster was chasing me the whole time. And I had this nightmare like reoccurring like so many times throughout my childhood. Like it was terrified me for like the longest time. So I had a dream about a year ago where I won this contest, and it was to go on a date with Josh Hutcherson. And so I went on the date, and when I got there, he looked kind of like upset, but it was still like friendly and everything. And after like a short time, he admitted that he was really hoping that it was going to be a girl that he had gotten on the date. But we ended up like doing everything on the date, and we had a really good time. And then like somehow he ended up like falling for me or something, and he asked me to stay like an extra day or 2 or something because he wanted to go on, like he wanted me to go on a second date with him like the next night. And then I woke up, so I didn't get to go on the second date, sadly. Recently I had this dream where I was like pregnant, but like the face and like the foot or the hand, I can't remember which one, was like pushing itself like through like my stomach, so like you could see it like pressing against the skin, and like the face or the hand and like the hand were like imprinted in the skin. And like I was about to give birth, like I was at that point where I was about to give birth, but I had to wait until the baby's head was crowning from my asshole. And it was just like such a weird dream, and I woke up and my first thought was literally just like, can my ass even stretch that far? And then yeah, I was kind of really confused by that one. That was definitely a weird dream that I had. Alright, round 2, guys. Animal mishaps. So when I was younger, like I lived on a farm when I was younger. When I was younger, we had a barn, and we had a barn with an upper part that had a hayloft in it. And that's generally where our farm cats would lay their kittens. So I'd always go up there and look for the kittens every spring because that's generally when they came around. So I'd always go up there and I'd look for the kittens. But one time while I was looking for the kittens, I got attacked by a family of raccoons, because like it also had a bunch of raccoons that lived up there on top of an old chicken coop that we never used. And I got attacked by them, and like they were like trying to like bite me and shit, and I was like trying to fight them off. And they like, where the chicken coop thing was, there was like a ledge that fell down to the lower level of the barn, and like trying to fight them off, I almost fell off it. But like my dog heard me yelling and came running up the stairs and ended up like scaring off the raccoons and like saved me from falling. And if he hadn't have come like faster, I probably would have fell off the ledge and like broke my arm or something. So thank you to my dog. Okay, so one day when I was younger, this is like a long time ago, I was with my dad, and our neighbor had an emu. I don't know why he had an emu, but he did. And my dad had to go help him try and like corral it back into the barn, into like my neighbor's barn. So I was sitting in his truck like in the middle of the road, and my dad and my neighbor were like out there like going like this, trying to like scare this emu back into the guy's property and back into the barn. And it took them probably, I think, like an hour to do it. And once they finally got it in there, the only thing they had to lock the door was a hockey stick. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know if that's gonna hold. But yeah, that was definitely a fun experience to watch two adult men trying to herd an emu into a barn. Growing up, as I said, we lived on a farm, and my dad raised cattle for like meat, and we sold the meat. We kept some of the meat for ourselves, and we sold it to friends and family. And when I was younger, my sister and I ended up naming a few of the baby calves. We named them Pinky and the Brain after the cartoon, because why not? And we got really attached to them because we'd go out every morning and we'd feed them their corn and their hay or their straw or whatever. And then one morning, like, we went out and like the cows weren't there, and we were really confused. And then we got told that my dad had brought them to the slaughterhouse to get slaughtered, and we were like crying for days. And for the first little bit, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, we were like refusing to eat any of the meat because we didn't want to eat Pinky or Brain. We got over that after a while though, but yeah, we were really upset by that, which is kind of funny because they were cows, but I mean, they were like a pet to us. We nicknamed them, we fed them. Alright, the final round, and probably my favorite round because it's desperation poops. Okay, one summer I was driving around with a friend, and we were kind of like on the outskirts of town, and like all of a sudden it just hit me. I really had to go to the bathroom. And I told him, and like there was no way that we were gonna get somewhere that I could go to the bathroom fast enough. So I told him just to pull over, and he pulled over beside a cornfield. So I walked probably like a good 5 feet into the cornfield, took a squat, and just took a shit. And I gotta say, wiping your ass with corn leaves is not comfortable. Do not do it if you do not have to. It is not a comfortable feeling. And because it was so rough, like, you don't want to wipe it very well, so needless to say, we had to go to a bathroom pretty fast to clean that up better, so I didn't like tear my ass open. So one day I was on my way back home, back to my hometown for a weekend, and I had Tim Hortons on the way because it was an early morning, so I went and picked up a bagel and a hot chocolate, I think it was a hot chocolate. I don't know, but I picked up a bagel and something to drink, and I'm sitting there driving on the 401, and all of a sudden, it hits me. I gotta go to the bathroom. Of course, I had just passed the last pit stop, like, probably 5 kilometers ago, and the next one wasn't for another, like, 30. So, and I was in an area that I didn't know very well, and it was kind of country-based, so I didn't think I'd be able to go to the next exit and pull off somewhere where there was gonna be a bathroom nearby. So I had to go. I didn't want to like shit myself. So I pulled over on the side of the 401 and took a shit. Easy as that. Thankfully I had paper towels in my car that I could use as toilet paper, because that would have been a very uncomfortable ride home if I had not had any. So about a year or two ago, I was headed to Toronto with one of my roommates, and I can't remember why, but we were into Toronto, and we were on the Gardiner Expressway, and it was as usual. It was like packed with traffic. It was stop and go. Like the highest speed we were going was probably like 8 kilometers an hour. And what happens? I think you guessed it. It hit me. I had to go to the bathroom really bad. But of course, it was gridlock, so I couldn't really move, and I wasn't able to make it to the bathroom in time, so I shit my pants. That was awkward, especially because I didn't have any other underwear with me, because I didn't plan on shitting my pants that day. Alright, so that's my 2 truths, 1 lie. I'm gonna give you guys a minute now to go down to the comments section and comment which ones from each round you think was a lie. So go ahead and do that. Go comment right now. Where was I lying? So I hope you guys have now commented down below which ones you think was the lie. And now I'm gonna tell you guys the truth about the lies. Here we go. So for the intro, I gave you 3 things that I liked, and I'll tell you guys which one was the lie. It's pickles. I don't really like pickles. I used to love dill pickles when I was younger, but I can't eat them anymore. They just gross me out. I do like spinach, surprisingly, and I do like to eat lemons. Like, I don't actually like eat them, but I love to just like bite into them and just like suck out all the juices. So round 1, Dreamland. The lie was, I never dreamed about going on a date with Josh Hutchison. I mean, I probably have, but I do not remember it, and it probably wasn't exactly like that. I mean, I would absolutely love for that to happen in real life. If that could happen, like if someone can make that happen somehow, just do it. Do it up. Round 2, animal mishaps. The lie was that I was not attacked by raccoons. Everything else about that was true. We did have an upper part of the barn where the cats always where the cats always had their kittens, and the raccoons did have like a little nest somewhere up on top of the chicken coop. But I was never attacked by raccoons, although my dog did trap one once so that my dad could shoot it. But yeah, that was a lie. Round 3, desperation poops. The lie for this one was that I did not shit myself in the car on the Gardiner Expressway. Every aspect of that story was true except for the shitting myself. I was able to make it to, I think it was Chorus Entertainment's building downtown, and was able to go to the bathroom at their little cafe in their entrance area. Just barely made it, mind you, but I made it. I did not shit my pants, thankfully. So that's all for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video with everyone in the world, especially the people that you don't know, because sharing videos with strangers is the best thing that you could possibly ever do. Don't forget to check out last week's video right here, where I did the bad movie plot challenge, and see if you can guess the movies better than I did. And don't forget to click the subscribe button right over here to see my face in a new video every Friday around 3 p.m.-ish. Squirt, squirt, squirt! Oh yeah, and guys, I'm also streaming now pretty much almost daily on YouNow. I'll post the link down below again. Come check it out. You can interact with me live, and it's a good time.